My message to you today is to control what you could control while you could control it. Control what you can control while you can control it. Man, this is so important. Okay, why? Because, and what prompted this conversation today, just so you know, is a lot of pretty well-known influencers lately been like on this health kick. They've been doing these 30-day fitness journeys, 60-day, 90-day, whatever, which is cool, right? Shout out to them. But what it reminded me of is that there's always something missing. And I think while we got a lot of different things that we chase in terms of standard, in terms of success, one of the things that we don't really talk about enough is the fact that you're only going to reach real success when your health is in order, your family life is in order, your finances is in order. That's when you really are successful, is when your health is in order, your family life is in order, your spiritual life is in order, your finances is in order, right? That's probably why we got a program called Believers in Business, where we focus on faith, fitness, finance, freedom, and family. But for those of y'all that's not in that community yet, one, I don't know why you aren't, but you should probably go to www.believersinbiz.com if you want to get in there and maximize all those areas of your life. But the real conversation today is there's always something missing, y'all. We oftentimes get so fixated on one area of our life that we forget about all the other ones. It was a guy, shout out to Runway Billionaire, he was talking about how there was a time where he was in pursuit of doing $1 million in a month. He had never done it. And so he went so hard that he looked up, and while his wife wasn't close to divorcing him or nothing, she was very displeased, okay, and not very celebratory of the money that he went out and made. And he was like, man, when I look back at it, like, it really felt like a $400,000 month. It felt like a normal month by the time I paid taxes and all the stuff that had to come out of that, the money that we spent to make it, and ad spend, all the rest of it. Still something phenomenal to accomplish, right? But just bringing it all back into context about what did it really mean and what did I almost forfeit as a result of pursuing it. This will be a short pod today, but I think it's important to talk about this, though, because I know some of y'all out there right now are in the thick of it, right? You may be going through it in your marriage, and as a result, your business ain't doing so well. Your spiritual life been kind of off. Something is way out of whack as you're trying to fix this thing and bring it back together. I mean, for most of us, right? Every day we getting up, we like, I got to go get some more money. I got to go get some more money. I got to get some more money. It's important. Life is better and easier with money. Make no mistake about that. But what am I forfeiting and what am I compromising in the process of going to get the paper? So we got to always take these things into consideration. And it was a reminder to me that even these people who have done very well in business, made millions of dollars, some of them 8-figure entrepreneurs, they health compromised to some degree, right? I don't know what they cholesterol levels are, right? But I'm just saying, at least they were working on the physical aesthetic of it. And chances are, if there ain't been no working out, you know, what's on the outside is typically indicative of what's going on inside. So maybe there wasn't the best diet and the best eating habits and all the rest of it. But they pulled a lever in life that most people struggle their whole life to pull, which is to make money and be successful in that regard. Well, there's a lot to learn from that. The Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes, to everything there's a season. And the Bible also tells us that everything is perfect in God's time. So as I started this conversation today, I talked about control what you could control while you could control it. Too often, because we're not where we want to be in a particular area or level in life, we don't control all the other ones that we can. See, because we're not where we want to be financially, then we just let everything go. We let our health go. We eat trash. We're not doing well spiritually, emotionally, all the rest of it. So because I'm not where I want to be financially, I just live like a bum, right? I let everything else fall to the wayside. Then you hear about women who oftentimes like, he ain't home enough. I don't feel loved enough. Fellas, by the way, we got a responsibility. We sign up for that situation, then it's our responsibility to take care of. But ladies, if he laying up under you all day and rubbing your feet and telling you how pretty you are, and he missing out on that paper, them compliments and them foot massages gonna get old. Let's be honest. So there's always a give and take. There's always a self-realization, but we always should be maximizing everything we can while we're waiting on the thing we want. We should be maximizing everything we can while we're waiting on the thing that we want. So yes, the business ain't popped off yet. Yes, you should be pouring into your spouse like nobody's business. Yes, you should be working on building yourself up spiritually, emotionally. Yes, you should be working on your physical outlook. You should be doing all them things. Why? Because you got to control what you can control while you can control it. We cannot afford to endure today for the sake of tomorrow. We cannot afford to abort today for the sake of tomorrow. Why? Because we live life day by day. God was very explicit in showing us that because he only dropped the manna from the sky to feed the children of Israel daily. Give us today our daily bread. This is why he warns us not to look too far ahead. This is why he tells us don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has enough problems of its own. This is why even for the children of Israel, who always thought they were smarter than God, decided that they were going to try to store up manna and it was spoiled after 24 hours. Why? Because he only intended to supply them for that day so that they would have a dependency on him every day, as we all should, regardless of where we at. And I just wanted to, again, highlight this because, yes, those guys got all the money, seemingly, but now they struggling to get in shape. Everybody always has something missing because, again, the real test in life is, can you thrive in all those areas? Can you thrive in your health and wellness? Can you thrive in your finances? Can you thrive in your family life all at the same time? And the answer is yes. Now, you need some tools and resources to do so. That's why we have Believers in Business community, where we help business owners thrive in every single one of those areas, in their faith, their fitness, their finance, their family, and their freedom. Because until you holistically thrive in all those areas, then you will never feel truly successful. I'd have made miserable millions where I had a ton of money, but my marriage was off. I don't care how much money you got. When you start coming home and things ain't right, it's just very hard to enjoy it. I'm being honest with you. The money become really immaterial when your peace is disrupted on a day in and day out basis. It's kind of hard to enjoy your money when you back and forth at the doctor because you got diabetes and it ain't enough money that you can pay to get rid of it. It's kind of hard to focus on your business and your money when you and your child's relationship is in tatters. It's kind of hard to focus on your business and being successful when your spiritual life is anemic and you don't even really know where God is in this whole equation. But yeah, you call yourself want to be successful, right? So you get some framework and there's some tools, and we got them in B&B. If you ain't signed up, you should click the link in the description to do so. Beyond that, everything we have is everything we need, because to everything, there's a season. And so the enemy job is to get us to focus on lack, as he did with Adam and Eve in the garden. Our job is to focus on what we have so that we can be gracious and have gratitude for what we have today. And for whatever it is that you have today, you need to control it while you could control it, because we got to control what we can control while we can't control it. We control the inputs, God control the outcome. Don't start tripping over all your blessings by looking at somebody else's. What is an area, or what are areas of your life that while you're waiting on the one thing to pop off, you could be focused on the other things? Because there's going to come a point in time that when that one thing finally pop off, I promise you, ask me how I know, you're going to get too busy for the things that you say are most important. So you need to start building equity in those areas of your life now, so that as you slip a little bit, it's not too bad. As an example, I spend close to an hour a day in time with the Lord. Especially now, I'm doing this 1-year Bible reading plan, which is a lot for me because I'm a slow reader, and the only book that I read manuscript is the Bible. The daily reading is like 3-4 chapters. That take your boy about 30 to 45 minutes every day, because I got to go back and reread. I ain't reading for speed. I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding as I'm reading through it. And then it's like a 5 to 7 minute devotional to kind of recap everything that you read, which is super helpful for me. And then in the evening, I may go sit in the prayer closet for 20 minutes, talk to him. So on a normal rhythm, I'm spending about an hour a day. And that's not to include all of the sporadic moments of me talking to him and listening throughout the course of the day. Well, I go on vacation. I travel for my business. I at times share hotel rooms with my wife. That's the only person I share with, by the way. But I don't always travel alone. So when I'm alone, it's easier for me to keep my rhythm. When I travel with my wife, not so much. Does that mean that out of some religiosity, I'm like, oh man, messed up with God? It's like, no, he understands. But I built enough equity to where it's not for him, it's for us. Spending time with him is not for him, it's for us. Now, does he enjoy spending time? 100%. But we need something to grab hold to when we don't have the time to be that intimate with him in our relationship. When you got time, you need to spend time with your spouse and your family while you got the time. Because there's going to come a season. I just telling my wife the other day, had to go up to Philly for a meeting. And I was telling my wife, man, for 3 years, I was in the airport a couple times a month. I didn't even realize what type of muscle I developed for that until recently. I've traveled maybe a handful of times this whole year. That may be generous. I told her, like, man, I hate traveling. And then it's a guy that used to travel, I'm talking about a couple times a month for 3 years. I'm like, man, I can't stand. I don't like packing. I don't like this. I mean, I like going places, but I don't like the process of going places. And you know what I told her, though? I said, but I'm going to enjoy this time now. Because in a very short time, in the next year to 2 years, 3 years, I don't know, everything is perfect in his time. But I already know I'm going to get the tap on the shoulder, and I'm going to be on the speaking circuit. And I'm going to be speaking and crisscrossing the country and the world, speaking on stages. Like, I know that that's going to happen in my life. Well, guess what's going to happen? Yeah, my wife will be able to come to some of them, but she ain't be able to come to all of them. So what does that mean? I'm going to be spending time away from my family. So it's important to build that equity now. I'm trying to give y'all tangible outlooks on what I'm talking about. Control what you can control while you can't control it. So I'm building up my spiritual life as much as possible. I'm building up my marriage and my family as much as possible. I'm working on my health. I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week. I looked up today. I'm like, I think I worked out like 10 days straight. I need to take a day off. But I'm getting ready for this cruise that's coming up. So I got goals. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down though? Like I just really felt like I needed to come in here, turn on the mic, and have a real conversation with y'all about perspective, because it's easy to lose it. I guarantee you, as much as them guys got money, because I've had money, and they feel as if they don't have their health, because they already know how to make money, they're not thinking about that. The real challenge in their life is they really don't know how to develop a rhythm of staying in shape. That's daunting to them. It's heavy to them. It's a challenge for them. Just as challenging as it is for you to wrap your head around making millions of dollars, is that challenging for them to wrap their head around being in shape and locking in, because it was something that caused them to not take it that serious in the first place. And so I just wanted to just inform y'all and give y'all a perspective shift and hopefully an awakening of perspective to control what you can control while you can control it. And the one thing you can control is send this to somebody that you love, share it. If you listen to this on audio, please leave us a review. We appreciate it. I just appreciate everybody that's been rocking with this Believers in Business community, Believers in Business podcast. I can't wait to continue to meet more of y'all. I can't wait to see what really comes out of this platform. Breakthroughs, the relationships, all the things. Until next time, man. Control what you can control while you can control it. God bless y'all.